Next, the Pope says he will take part in the Mass celebrating Palm Sunday in the Vatican. The 86-year-old was discharged from a hospital in Rome in the last few hours where he was receiving treatment for bronchitis. He was smiling and leaning on a cane as he left the hospital. He greeted well-wishers there and joked that he was still alive. The Vatican said he'd resumed some work duties while in hospital, baptising a newborn baby as well as sharing a dinner with some of the doctors and nurses. Well, Ruth Gledhill is a assistant editor of Home and Digital at The Tablet, a Catholic news magazine, and gave us her reaction to those pictures.
Well, really happy because, it's the best possible outcome. And as the Vatican was indicating all along, he has been released in time to fulfil the Easter schedule, and he does appear to have responded well to the antibiotics for his bronchitis.
And this time of year, there is, a pretty busy schedule, isn't there?
Yes, there is. And it starts really tomorrow, Palm Sunday, and goes through Holy Week, Maundy Thursday and Good Friday, and then the Easter services. But after that he has a chance for a bit of a rest, although he's off on his travels again quite soon. And I think that he is in a wheelchair, don't forget, so there's not too much standing involved, even though his knee is getting better. The knee that's put him in the wheelchair is getting a little bit better, but he's still, so it means he doesn't have to stand up so much as maybe he would have had to do if he didn't have the knee problem. So I think it looks likely he will be able to get through it. He might get some help here and there from other people, but the main thing is the infection is over. And when he was admitted to hospital on Wednesday, suddenly and unexpectedly, of course, lots of people feared the worst, as one would with any man, 86-year-old man. So it really is. It does feel like very good news that he does appear to have come through it.
And just talk to us just briefly, if you can, just the approach to his health that he's taken and disclosure, because of course he is a man in his 80s. You'd expect issues to come up, but just talk us through his approach that he's taken.
I don't think it's overstating it to say the Vatican's natural inclination always in the past has been to say as little as possible when elderly popes start to develop signs of frailty. But Pope Francis has always been determined that there should not be, nothing should be hidden. And he's always been completely open about his health and what issues he's had from when he was a fairly young man up until now. So we do get information very quickly, which I think is very reassuring and is a good development.
OK, and just before I do let you go, just got time for one quick more. What does this mean for people around the world, people who are watching who aren't part of the Catholic faith, to see him up and about at this time of year?
Well, since Pope Benedict resigned and then spent a while in retirement at the Vatican before his passing, it has been a cause of speculation as to will Pope Francis retire early. But Pope Francis says that he sees the papacy as a job for life. But soon after he was elected, he did sign a form saying that if he became incapable of doing the job, he would step down, and that could be for health reasons. But the one phrase he has used is clarity of mind. Well, there's no suggestion that in these physical ailments that he is suffering with his knee still ongoing, that there's any effect on his clarity of mind. He has great acuity. So I think Catholics do understand that to be the case. Always there's concern, with an elderly man, if they become ill and he's someone, well, with any elderly man who becomes ill, yes, there is concern, of course there is. But I think, so it's with great joy, really, that people are seeing him come through this and looking fit and well to carry out his duties.